Ladies, I am here tonight on this show. How's everybody doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen? How's everybody doing tonight? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here tonight on a Wednesday. Let's get this puppy started. Let's get started with some football news and work ourselves around the sports, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight on a Wednesday. Last day of Major League Baseball season. We'll get to that shortly. So there's a bet going on right now, listing the teams that are most likely to then land Odell Beckham once he gets healthy and becomes available. The Giants are minus 130, Rams plus 250, Bills plus 325, Packers plus 400, Buccaneers plus 15,000, and Chiefs plus 16,000. So I believe the Giants are the number one option. They're very interesting, man, because that's not a Super Bowl contender where all the other teams are Super Bowl contenders. So we'll see what happens, man. They're pretty damn interesting, man. Cole Beasley decided to retire, man, to be with his family, man. This comes a day after Tom Brady and his wife hire a lawyer to divorce. Cole Beasley basically said, I want to spend more time with my wife and kids. Maybe he got kind of scared when he heard Tom Brady might be getting a divorce. I don't know, but Cole Beasley retires after just a few weeks on beat on the, 2-3 weeks after beat on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is crazy, man. But let's look around. More stuff here tonight from the NFL. Man, we have some sad news, man. Former Bears executive Jerry Vanish passed away. Rest in peace to him. Jesus Christ. Tom Brady, there's reports that neither head coach Todd Bowles or Tom Brady were at practice today for the Buccaneers, man. Tom Brady missed practice today due to right shoulder and right finger injuries. Yeah, I believe that's when he got sack strip fumble on Sunday Night Football versus the Chiefs. Remember, he looked like he was in some pain holding onto his shoulder. So I think he is probably sore. He'll probably be ready to go on Sunday. And then we got some more news about Tua Tagovailoa. Multiple sources tell me the review into Tua Tagovailoa handling following his September 25th concussion evaluation could be finished as early as Thursday. The NFL wants to get it done before Colts Broncos kickoff still hurdles to cross before it gets resolved, but league is pushing. Yup, we'll see, man. The investigation, man. Neither Saints quarterback Jameis Winston or Michael Thomas were in practice today, man. Michael Thomas, man, if he washed up, man, he's getting injured a lot lately, man. Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts missed Wednesday's practice with a hamstring. They're not even using him, and now he's hurt. Steelers safety Mika Fitzpatrick did not practice today due to his knee injury. More injuries. More news about Odell Beckham. Von Miller said that he talks to Odell Beckham every week, and he's sure the wide receiver could see himself fitting in with the Bills. Von Miller said, Odell Beckham is going on tour right now. He's going to the Giants practice facility and the Saints practice facility and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers practice facility and all that stuff, which is you should. So yeah, pretty much trying to test out everything. Myles Garrett got to practice today for the first time in about 10 days after suffering that car accident. So great news for Myles Garrett. And again, Todd Bowles was not at practice today, but he's expected to be back tomorrow. So yeah, man, hopefully he's back. Same thing with Tom Brady. Colts ruled out Jonathan Taylor for Thursday Night Football game. So no Jonathan Taylor. Damn, the Indianapolis already sucks. Now without Jonathan Taylor. McDaniels says cornerback Byron Watson will not begin his 21-day practice window. His recovery from off-season Achilles surgery is not progressing as fast as we hope. Damn. Hopefully he can get back soon, man. Byron Jones. Cornerback Rudy Williams designated to return from injured reserve from the Browns. Eagles activated 21-day practice window for offensive lineman Andrew Dillard. The Washington Commanders announced that running back Brian Robinson, who was shot in August, has been designated to return to practice. Great news, man, for Brian Robinson after getting shot in the leg in August. is going to be back in the practice. We'll hopefully back in a game here pretty soon, man. But that's about it, man. Just a bunch of injury reports. And, yeah, man, let's go on to the National Basketball Association. So there's more hype about Victor Watanabe. A general manager tells Adrian Wojnarowski, it feels like last night will start a race to the bottom like we've never seen. So a bunch of tanking. Jesus Christ, man, a bunch of tanking this year, possibly, especially by the Utah Jazz, man. He played a G League game. He had 37 points, 5 blocks, and made 7 3-pointers. In his first ever game on U.S. soil, showed exactly why he's considered a generational talent and the projected number 1 pick in a 2023 loaded draft class. So this guy's international, okay. So we'll see how it goes, man. Victor Wasabi. And then we had a freaking we had a fight, man, in the Warriors practice facility, man. We have 2 fights to report on today on the show, man. One from the National Basketball Association and another one from AEW, man. Everybody throwing the fucking hands tonight on a Wednesday. So this is the first one. This was Jordan Poole and Draymond Green getting into a fight. Sources tell Shams Tarona there was a physical altercation at Warriors practice today that has the team considering disciplinary actions towards Draymond Green. Damn. When a chest-to-chest interaction with guard Jordan Poole escalated, Draymond Green forcibly struck Poole and both needed to be separated. Swiftly, sources said, developing story. That is crazy, man. That is crazy, man. And that's what happens too, right, in training camps, man. Guys start getting sick and tired of practicing with each other. They're ready for new competition. And yeah, man, enough is enough. By day 3 of you fouling me, I'm had enough of you and I'm punching you in the face. That's what happens in sports, man. Maybe that's another reason why they have preseason, man. So guys don't get sick and tired of competing against the same person over and over and over. So we'll see what type of actions the Warriors take for this, man. But that is crazy, man. Draymond Green and Jordan Poole get into a fight today at Warriors practice, man. Baseball, it was the final day, man. Mets planning rotation surprise or 2 for wildcard round. Well, I wonder what that's all about. Let's see here. Not much to talk about the baseball. It was the final day, man. Let's look at the games. Mike Trout, congratulations. He finished with 40 home runs. I believe, obviously, Aaron Judge had 62. I believe Kyle Schwarber from the Phillies had 42. And I believe Mike Trout had 40. I think those were the only guys that had over 40 home runs. Congratulations. So let's go. Final day of baseball, regular season. Twins, White Sox. Twins win 10-1. Orioles beat the Blue Jays 5-4. Athletics beat the Angels 3-2. Blue Jays beat the Orioles 5-1 in the second game of a doubleheader. Pirates beat the Cardinals 5-3. Rangers beat the Yankees 4-2. Astros beat the Phillies 3-2. Diamondbacks beat the Brewers 4-2. Guardians beat the Royals 9-2. Mariners beat the Tigers 5-4. Marlins beat the Braves 12-9. Mets beat the Nationals 9-2. Giants beat the Padres 8-1. Red Sox beat the Rays 6-3. Cubs beat the Reds 15-2. And Dodgers beat the Rockies 6-1. Let's look at who was the best team in baseball this year was the Los Angeles Dodgers, winning 111 games. The second best team was the Houston Astros, winning 106 games, The third was the Atlanta Braves winning 101 games. Then the Mets literally tie at 101. And then the Yankees 99 wins. Those were the top 5 teams in baseball this year. Dodgers, Astros, Braves, Mets, and Yankees. Those were the top 5 teams in baseball this year. The worst team in baseball this year was the Washington Nationals, as they only won 55 games. The Washington Nationals, man. That was the worst team in baseball. But yeah, man. So we close it out with the Dodgers having the best record and the Washington Nationals having the worst record. These two teams actually fucking played in the playoffs 3 years ago, and the Nationals won and became World Series champions. 3 years later, Dodgers are still contending for a world championship, while the fucking Nationals are the worst team in baseball. Just mind-blowing right there, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ. And that's about it, man. It's playoff start. Like I said, playoff start on Friday. We will have Tampa Bay versus Cleveland at 11 o'clock in the morning. Jesus Christ. And then we got Philadelphia, St. Louis at 1 o'clock. And then we got Seattle, Toronto at 3 o'clock. And then at 7 o'clock, San Diego Padres versus the Mets. Why are these games so early? At 11 o'clock in the morning? Jesus Christ. Why are these fucking games so early? Why are they so fucking early? Let's look at pitching matchups. Shane McClanahan versus Shane Bieber in Cleveland and Tampa. Phillies. Zach Wheeler for the Phillies. They don't know who's going to pitch yet to be determined for the Cardinals. For the Mariners and Blue Jays, Luis Castillo for the Mariners, Alec Manua for the Blue Jays. Excuse me. Padres got Yu Darvish. That's going to be probably the best game. And Mets got Max Scherzer. So we'll see, man. I don't know why the games are so early, though. At fucking 11 in the morning. That's going to be 9 o'clock in the West Coast. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. Wow. I don't know. Baseball does this shit, right? They just don't know how to market their shit to get views. But by the time people get off work around 5 o'clock, 2 games are going to be done. The third game is going to be halfway through. Pendejo face for baseball once again. Let's go to wrestling and then we'll close it out here on Wednesday. So wrestling, just pretty much, man, what happened today, man, freaking Andrade and Sammy Guevara, man, they've been arguing for a few weeks. They went on Twitter and argued. Let me see if I can pull it out from the Twitter. But today, man, they reported for AEW Dynamite, and they got into a fucking fist fight. And the weirdest thing was that they only sent Andrade home, but they let Sammy Guevara stay and do Dynamite. That was the craziest thing, man. Do we have Sammy Guevara's Twitter here? Let's see. Did he delete this? Hopefully he didn't delete them. Oh, I think this motherfucker deleted the fucking messages. No, here it is. So Andrade says, I said to your face, if you had a problem with me and you said nothing, I won't beat your ass because I'm a professional. Don't be scared. When I say something, I name names and I'm not scared to get fired. Hashtag Sammy Guevara. And then Sammy Guevara replied with, you didn't say shit to me, you liar, but here's some truth, you ungrateful prick. you would be jobless if it wasn't for your father-in-law. Are you really mad at me or mad at yourself for failing to get over for the second time? Just go back to WWE like we all know you want to and fuck off. So they've been jabbing at each other. Apparently, this started because Andrade did an interview and they asked him about the whole fight last month between the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and CM Punk. And they're like, have you ever had a problem? And he said, yeah, the only guy I had a problem with is Sammy Guevara. This guy walked in the locker room after we had a match, and he was complaining that I hit too hard. And I'm like, are you kidding me, man? Not even fucking John Cena or The Miz, which I guess he just called them fucking fruit cups in a very nice way, complain about that. Over there in WWE, Sheamus is crazy. He hits you super hard, and nobody complains. And this little girl's complaining. So then this led to Sammy Guevara getting mad. Apparently, like last week on Dynamite, they got into it. Like I said, they got more into it with the tweet that I just read. And apparently today, once again, they met as they were about to film Dynamite. And they got into a fist fight. Remember, they were supposed to have a match on Rampage. Andrade versus number 10 from Dark Order. The stipulation was if 10 won, he would join Andrade's group. But if number 10 won, Andrade would leave AEW forever. A lot of people were wondering, is this the way they're going to get rid of Andrade and they're going to, release him? Or are they doing this so people watch Rampage to get the ratings up? But now Tony Khan has announced he sent Andrade home tonight for Dynamite and Rampage. Rampage is actually going to be filmed on Friday live, but Tony Khan said the match between Andrade and number 10 is officially canceled. So that match will no longer be happening. This is the third fight in 2-3 months in AEW, and in 2 out of the 3, Sammy Guevara has been involved. The first one was with Eddie Kingston, and now the second one here with Andrade. Wow. And it's kind of funny how Sammy Guevara, man, they're saying that he was even maybe the first one that threw the first punch. And despite that, Tony Khan decided to send Andrade home and keep Sammy Guevara. Man, what the hell, man? A lot of people are complaining about how come you should send both of them home, not only one. Maybe it's because Andrade has been threatening about wanting to leave the company. I don't know what's going on. But Jesus Christ, man, Tony Khan. Man, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with this, man. I'm starting to think they're going to have to maybe hire somebody else to, run the company, maybe. Tony Khan, to me, he's a good booker, but they don't respect him, I don't think, man. I think they're going to have to hire somebody else to, maybe, Tony Khan can be more like Stephanie McMahon and just maybe, run the business side. Maybe he can book the show, but when it comes to authority, maybe they gotta bring somebody else. I don't know. In WWE, when Vince McMahon was there, they respected maybe they didn't like McMahon, but they respected him because he'd been doing it for so many years. He been for 50 years he did this shit. Like I said last night on my stream, the last 10 years were not very good, but other than that, he was a very good promoter. So there was that respect there. I might not like this guy. This guy might be out of touch. But he's a Hall of Famer. He's probably the greatest wrestling promoter of all time. Then you have Triple H, who doesn't have the experience of a Vince McMahon, but he's a world champion. What, a 14-time world champion, a Hall of Famer, a guy who, he knows what he's doing. He knows what these guys are feeling, right? He knows what they're going through because he was once a wrestler, right? He was doing all the traveling once. Where I feel like they look at Tony Khan like a businessman. He doesn't have the experience that Vince McMahon had as a promoter, and he's not a former wrestler like Triple H. So maybe they got to go out and get somebody else. Maybe Eric Bischoff, but I know they have beef, Eric Bischoff and Tony Khan. But maybe they got to fucking squash that beef, fix it. Because maybe they'll respect Eric Bischoff more because he has more experience, of course, when he was running WCW. I don't know, but it seems like Tony Khan is like a pushover. These guys are definitely not afraid, man. How many times have we had a fight, then they have a meeting, Tony Khan tells them enough is enough, and they do it again. They do it again. And there's nobody that can really tell Tony Khan, right? Unless his father, Chad Khan, steps in and, hey, Tony, maybe you want to bring somebody else in that has more experience and could be more command more respect with the wrestlers. I don't know, but I'm starting to think. Like I said, don't get me wrong, fantastic booker, but as an authority figure, I don't think they respect him. I don't think nobody's scared of Tony Khan. I don't know, man. I'm worried about this. This is the third time now in 2-3 months we have AEW a legit fight in the backstage area. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of to fix this. Hire somebody else to come in that commands more respect, and have Tony Khan, if he wants to still, book the show, whatever. But when it comes to maybe talking to the wrestlers about shit, maybe have somebody else do it. I mean, Eric Bischoff, that's something I can think of. Who else? Who else could do this, man? I mean, there's a bunch of former wrestlers, but, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's gonna, I don't know. Because I think you have to have that experience too, like a Triple H, right? Or he's a former wrestler, but he also, before he took over WWE main roster, for about 5-10 years, he was booking shit in NXT, right? So you can't hire like a Goldberg. Oh yeah, this guy's a former wrestler, but he has no booking. I don't know what you do. Like I said, the only thing I can think of is Eric Bischoff from WCW. I know they have problems. Try to solve those problems and bring them in, and hopefully that he commands more respect than Tony Khan does. And these guys think about it twice before they get into a fist fight. There was another story from, connected to the White Rabbit about it being Bray Wyatt. Let's see if I can find it. This has been a common theme for me. I keep losing articles. Let's see. What? Jesus Christ, I'm so tired of this shit. So apparently here it is. I forgot what the guy's name is. Steve Chob, whatever the fuck his name is. Apparently the WWE hired a person for long-term creative storylines. And they're thinking he's the one behind the White Rabbit shit. And his connection with Bray Wyatt is that in 2021 he was working to produce a movie about Bray Wyatt. But then they couldn't go through with the project because Bray Wyatt got released. So there's connections right there that he was going to possibly produce a movie with Bray Wyatt. They're thinking that he, I forgot what his name is, but he got hired by the WWE to be a long-term creative storyline, producer. So like a fucking, like I said, a self-explanatory. A long-term storyline, like a White Rabbit, where it's gonna take at least a month. Maybe he's behind the Dexter Loomis and the Miz shit too. That shit's taking forever. So they're thinking he could be behind it. So it means more of a sign that if he was gonna produce a movie with Bray Wyatt in 2021, that it even means more of a chance that it truly is Bray Wyatt who's truly the White Rabbit. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, I'm out like a light. Thank you.